the main event, and that is the Irish Dragon, Paul Felder, taking on RDA, Rafael Dos Anjos. Rafael. Now, this is a compelling fight. Paul Felder, who didn't really know, was he retired? Was he not? There was some talk. But first off, gangster move on his part. He's stepping in on less than a week's notice. He's taking on Dos Anjos, who's unranked at 155. They're going to fight at 155. Paul Felder still ranked at number 7 at that weight class. Now, Felder, he's coming off that decision loss to Hooker, but he looked pretty good in that fight. It was a split decision. He's got that Taekwondo base. He's got a diverse arsenal of kicks, elbows, just very good on the feet. He's got lots of options there. He's got tremendous power. He's got 10 knockouts thus far in his career. His pace and pressure are second to none. He's tough as nails. You can never count him out of a fight. He's a very competent grappler. It's not his strength. And he's never been finished, going back to the tough as nails thing. He's fought some very good knockout artists, some very good submission artists, I believe Oliveira, and who he beat. So he's fought some good guys, never been stopped.
Well, doctor stoppage once.
Who was that to?
Francisco Trinaldo.
Oh, yeah. But
you know, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And then he does have the ability to fight a little more tactical, but he really thrives in that dogfight kind of fight. He's taken on RDA, who's a former lightweight champ. And we always talk about it. The guy's got the toughest schedule in MMA. He's fought like anybody and everybody at 155, and then he's fought some killers at 170 too. He's coming off 2 decision losses, albeit to Michael Chiesa, Leon Edwards, but he is just extremely well-rounded. He's kind of good everywhere. He's got a high-level Muay Thai. He's quick, incredibly quick. He's got power on the feet. Like Felder, he has a stifling pace and pressure. He is constantly moving forward. He does have a very effective takedown, especially against the cage. He averages about 1 takedown a fight. And then if he gets it to the ground, he's got smothering ground and pound. He's got a 4th degree black belt in BJJ. So he's and he can finish fights with submissions. He's got 10 career submissions. But I think RDA's best attribute is his aggression when he senses that his opponent is compromised. He'll swarm his opponent. He'll overwhelm them with strikes, and then if he sees that submission, he'll try to lock it in. So I just have to go in this one with this matchup. I got to go with RDA. I think he's more well-rounded. I think he's got superior grappling. I think he's more technical on the feet, while Felder is dangerous on the feet. I think he's a little bit more polished. And he's also got a full training camp. He was ready for this fight. And I just think that his style matches up pretty well with Felder. I think that the fight with Makhachev was a lot more dangerous for RDA. So he's a favorite in this. He's a favorite for a reason. I'm going with RDA. I think decision.
Yeah, I think Paul Felder is definitely tough enough to make it all 25 minutes. But this is how he's going to look on 5 days' notice. Like I said before, he's notorious for having massive weight cuts. Mm-hmm. So for 5 days, have to go right into a weight cut. Of course, we don't know how prepared he was before.
Yeah, he looked good in his pictures.
Yeah, for sure. But he's doing the broadcasting, life, and he's half, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like you said, RDA with the full training camp and all those tools that you touched on. I never count Paul Felder out, and I don't think he's going to get stopped in this fight. But I just feel like with all the factors going against Paul Felder, how could RDA not win this fight? And if Paul Felder is able to come in and get a win, I mean, that'd be massive. That's huge. Yeah. But I just think that the odds are stacked against him enough that RDA should be able to, for all the reasons that you said, be able to get it done in this one. And RDA needs a win, right? He needs a win, and he needs a win against a respected guy, and everybody respects and loves Paul Felder. So I expect RDA to come in hungry to get back in the win column and still prove that he's got more life back now at 155. So good fight, really exciting fight. I'm more excited now than even when it was the Islam Makhachev fight. But
much more intriguing.
Exciting to see how Paul Felder looks with all, like we said, with everything stacked against it. But for me, it's RDA by decision as well.
And even if Felder, I guess it kind of depends if he's on the verge of retirement or not, but he has everything to lose and really not a lot to gain with this one. His place in the rankings and just so G move by Paul Felder.
100%.
So hopefully that's a fun fight and hopefully another good card overall. We've been having all these finishes lately, and I hope that continues.